Hull City's fervent fans came armed with shovels yesterday and shifted 120 tons of snow to enable this important date with Bristol City to go ahead. And this is an unusual sight at Boothbury Park. No fans have been allowed on that side of the ground opposite our cameras by police demand. They need it for exit purposes. Northern Ireland international Tommy Wright, on loan from Newcastle United, makes his debut after Kevin Dearden's return to Spurs. Forward to Swan, and Payton taking it on. This is Graham Atkinson. Swan calling for it in the middle. Comes instead to Payton, creating room for himself. The shot charged down. Norton to play it back in. Oh, and a weak effort here, and Atkinson just tumbled under Leaning's challenge. He'd only needed a touch and the ball would have been in the net. I don't think he could quite believe the position he was in. Again, Peter Swan's height poses problems. He gets the header in there, and there is a very weak back header, which Leaning couldn't get to, but neither could Atkinson. There seemed to be some hesitancy there before referee Watson decided the foul was by Nicky Morgan. Well, a lot of those fans were here yesterday helping to clear the snow from the ground, and their reward has been in the match going ahead at all. And every one of them deserves to enjoy the game as a result of their efforts. Flicked forward, here's Swan, hustling Hazelwood. Two former Leeds United men there, Mark Hazelwood and Peter Swan. So they know plenty about one another's games, and it's Jenkinson with the Hull City corner. Long towards the back post where Swan gets up there. Here's Andy Payton! Hull City have the lead. Payton is so sharp inside the penalty box, and he poaches goal number 19 in this prolific season. Straight from the corner kick, it's the old partnership again. Up goes Peter Swan. The ball comes down, checked by Payton, who hits it in his stride. 9 minutes gone, Hull City 1, Bristol City 0. May to Shelton. Plenty of men up here. Taylor can't nudge it through, but Shelton might, and eventually it works its way out to Smith. Two men in front of him. Keen enough to take them on the outside and will win the corner kick. He's a bit adventurous in trying to get around both of them there. And here is May's corner kick. He'll get the chance to play the ball in again. That's longer, but should be claimed by the keeper. He loses it. And the referee said that there was nothing wrong with the challenge on him, so Shelton whips it out again to Smith. Laid back here for Andy May. He might try and curl it in. Header is straight up in the air. On by Smith. Chances here for Taylor. Cleared in the nick of time by Shotton. It's a good spell for Bristol, this. Hazelwood pumps it back in again. Still a lot of men up there. Taylor, here's Morgan. And Hull in desperate straits. Get the ball away eventually. Some encouragement for the travelling army of Bristol City fans massed behind that goal. And here Bristol tried to make the journey worthwhile. Oh, Newman allowed it to run there. Smith, Shelton, touched wide. Gary Shelton, who once played in an FA Cup semi-final for Sheffield Wednesday. Very much the hub of the midfield. Swan onto Payton. Lovely ball from Payton has opened the door here for Atkinson. Can he make it two? Disappointing end. Graham Atkinson's only goal for Hull City was last May against Ipswich Town in a 4-3 thriller here. He never really set himself for this. Delightful pass from Payton inside Scott. Atkinson really needing to cut in at a better angle, and he'll be dissatisfied. The clearance only finds Scott. And here, stepping forward, is Andy Llewellyn. Off-plating quickly. Up there is Taylor. Well, tried to be spectacular when he might have served his side better by simply chesting the ball down and playing it in. Again, the young centre-back, Matthew Bryant, goes over to take it. Seems to be the specialist at longer throws, although he takes a short one then, just to fool everybody. He can have another go. Hacked away only as far as Scott, and Bristol have started well in this second half. Smith must play it in. There are three men waiting in the middle. Chances here to knock it back for Andy May, who scores the equaliser for Bristol City. It took the slightest of deflections, but no doubting where the credit goes. It goes to the former Huddersfield Town man, Andy May. Bristol's spell has been prolonged, their pressure sustained, and when the ball's knocked back here, Andy May hits it. It just took a deflection off Jacobs. And it's 1-1 with Andy May's fourth of the season, and he's scored now in both games against Hull this season. Touch through again for Smith. Hull back-pedalling it. Oh, and that's a good ball laid here for Morgan, who drills it in, and Tommy Wright gathers at the second attempt. Nicky Morgan, Bristol's top scorer with 13. Looking to add to it here. It was delightfully played into him by Smith. Hit it with the outside of that right boot. Scott for Bristol has laid that ball in. Plenty of movement up here again. Andy May has got a man behind him if he can play the ball back, and he'll get a free kick instead. Hull just lose their rattle occasionally in defence. Taken by Smith. Well, it was a good job that Shotton got there. Corner kick. Malcolm Shotton as solid as anybody today for Hull. Andy May. Out this time by Buckley, only as far as Smith. Smacked it back in. He's got another chance as well. And another. This time the cross is good. Morgan! And Bristol City go in front through Rob Newman. Smith at the third attempt. Morgan on. And from no more than 4 or 5 yards out, it's Rob Newman's goal. Rob Newman, Bristol City's captain, giving inspiration to his side. What a good comeback for them. Bob Taylor might take them all on here. He's still in possession. Somebody seemed to duck out of a tackle to me then. So Morgan lays it forward for May. And rather a rash challenge. And the referee thought so too. And Graham Atkinson certainly overdid the tackle. You could see he just lost his head for the moment. And because Llewellyn's run forward, Hunter's had to go back as well, so Hull have only got one man left up, that's Payton, as Bristol take their free kick. And two Hull men went for it together. Shelton, danger here once more. Taylor shot! Off the bar! It's going to be put in surely. No, it's not. They tried to turn it back, but it didn't come, and now Hull break with Atkinson. Good pace about the game at the moment. Atkinson wanted to take them on, and too many men for him. Shelton works it back. It was a classic centre-forward strike from Bob Taylor, and the shake of the head tells you how disappointed he is not to have scored with this one. With the right foot, smack. Oh, and that unfortunate ricochet lands perfectly for Smith. He's only got one person, Morgan, in the middle to aim at. Here is Morgan, back post. Has to hold things up. Taylor to May. They really are stringing the passes together impressively. And a free header. Straight on the target from Bob Taylor, but dealt with capably by Wright. This was the end product of a lot of good passes. Taylor's header, Wright save. 18 minutes left. Hull 2-1 in arrears. They need a goal from someone. And they'll be looking to Payton and Swan primarily as Jacobs loops one in here. And here is Peter Swan. Right on cue, but not on target, unfortunately. Typical Swan. Jacobs with the first time ball in. Swan timing the run to perfection, but just unable to keep it down. Hunter took a blow in the face that time from Llewellyn. Hull have 3 minutes left in which to rescue something from this game. Can Swan do something here for them? The shot is going to go over, and it was from Neil Buckley. Wasn't a bad effort for a centre-back who's got 3 goals already this season. And I think, in fairness, Bristol deserved to be successful and pick up the 3 points. They looked dangerous at times in the first half, but couldn't finish off their approach work. But 2 goals in 4 minutes changed the course of the game. Now then, Norton forward for Swan. Tries to get around Bryant. Oh, and Hazelwood's lost it, and Hunter has the chance of glory for Hull. It couldn't be. Oh, off the post by Palin. A dramatic finish, and Hull really should have stolen a point there. It was Hazelwood's first mistake in the match, and it nearly cost his team. Well, he might bat Andy Leaning. Hazelwood allowing Hunter to dispossess him. Hunter tried to finish it himself. Leaning palmed it out. Palin against the post. It looked good for Hull City when Andy Payton struck a goal in the 9th minute. But the game changed dramatically in the space of 4 minutes in the second half, when first Andy May and then their captain Rob Newman scored the goals which give Bristol City a worthy 2-1 victory here at Boothbury Park. Hull City 1, Bristol City 2. Terry, sometimes you learn more from a defeat. You must have learned quite a bit from that one.
Yes, I think certainly in the second half we ended up chasing shadows somewhat, and it just shows, you know, we go 1 goal up and then a minute into the second half we concede a goal, and it's always a bad time to concede when you've been in the lead. And from then on, Bristol City just took control of the game.
You've 2 good strikers, but they never got the service they wanted today.
Well, as I said, in the first half we were quite happy with the way things had gone. We took the lead and we were playing reasonably well, certainly in the first 20 minutes, and then gradually they started to get into the game. And then when they got the 2 goals in the second half to take the lead, we needed some quality then to get us back into the game. And we needed quality balls played into Peter Swan and Andy Payton, and we never got that. When we got into wide areas where they crossed it to one of their defenders or into the goalkeeper's hands. And Peter Swan needs the ball up in the air, Andy Payton needs it down to his feet. So, you know, the things to learn from that are that we can't just knock the ball forward and hope. We've got to knock the ball forward with purpose.